Why is Quad on Married to Medicine? And why does she have a problem with Toya and Eugene? What's up with that? What's behind that? What is her intention around that? This woman acts in a foul way, so much so that she's now accusing Toya and Eugene of having something to do with a burglary situation. Somebody explain it to me. Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today I will be reviewing Married to Medicine Season 9 Reunion Part 1. And they start off asking Quad questions regarding her life now and Mason. She bought this new house that was over $2 million. She talked about the rumor whether she slept with a contractor or not to get a house built. That alone sounds crazy. I don't know where this rumor came from or who started it, but all these rumors that surround this group, particularly this season, it's some serious stuff they're dishing out to one another to destroy careers, to destroy families. Are these women going at it to destroy each other just for likes and clicks? Is she there just to attack Toya and Eugene? Because that's what's happening. We never see what's going on in her life, what she's doing, what she's about. So why is she there? Why is she there? We have our resident Mitch on hand, and her name is Heavenly. Toya said Quad is a hater. She's always been about that. She's said a number of things, foul things against them, and that's who she is at this point. Quad said Toya wished she was her, that their situations will reverse. Toya said not so much. This is when Quad said that Toya doesn't like her husband. She's disrespectful to him. Why does Toya pull out receipts about extra earnings? Why is Anella and Quad taking lie detector tests that doesn't mean anything, but it doesn't have any value to it? These women are beginning to look ridiculous. Absolutely and completely ridiculous. Toya tells Quad that she wished she had a Eugene. She wished she had that stability. Andy asks whether anyone has seen any of Quad's dates. They all said no, with the exception of Anella, who claimed that Quad has spoken to her about a boyfriend. Oh, God. I'm exhausted. Heavenly picks up and says she believes that Quad did not sleep with her contractor, neither did Toya sleep with her neighbor. Well, that's progress, because that's not what she has been saying for months on her YouTube channel. So I'll take that as a win. Heavenly apologized to Quad. I don't know where their friendship stands, but they're like-minded, so I doubt Quad's upset is gonna stand fast, because Heavenly has toxic behaviors, and so does Quad. And Anella now has joined their group. So they feed off of the negativity of each other. So I doubt that Heavenly talking about Quad gonna make a difference in their friendship. Quad said that when you see a black woman have something of value, that everyone believes that they got it by being on their back. No, Quad, not everyone believes that. That's what you believe. And because you believe that belief manifested in other people thinking about you in that same way. That's your ish. And the same argument you have about yourself, how about your sister Toya, who you on a regular talks badly about? Everything coming out of your mouth as it relates to that couple, you don't know anything about. That's how vicious a rumor is. So I would think, since you have this beautiful child in your presence now to take hold of, that you want to change what's up inside your chest cavity. And that child that you want to love and fall on his neck, he's seen that ish too. And he asked Dr. Simone what she thinks of Court's house. Um, Dr. Simone said, well, there's upkeep for a house. She's been in a house for over 20 years, and she's not about to change that up. Court says, okay, well, nobody knows what I'm doing. I have a high FICO score. This is when Toya said, well, she got a high FICO score too. And he then goes to Heavenly. He talked about her starting a new business, talked about the death of her mother and about her menopausal situation. Heavenly said that she's in the process of developing a better relationship with her sister, but sometimes all bets are off. When asked whether Heavenly is grieving, Dr. Jackie said no, she doesn't think she's grieving, because we find out that Heavenly, Dr. Jackie, and Toya believes that tears is a sign of weakness. So they don't do any of that, and perhaps that may be part of the problem for all three of them. They need to know that sometimes there's a river of tears. There's tears of joy, there's tears of pain, there's tears of loneliness, there's tears of depression, sometimes there's tears of inspiration. And all of it is a journey for the betterment of yourself. Andy asked Heavenly whether she would censor herself because it's affecting her business. She said yes. When he asked her if she would censor herself as it relates to her friends, it did seem that she was convinced to do that. Hence, she cares more about money than friendships. So we get to Anella, and they talk about the break-in. It's then we find out that Anella had another burglary after the first one. Now, I would be concerned that my house was burglarized twice, and if it's a gated community, I would have a problem. And while it may be their dream home or what it is, you have to do some introspective about maybe something that you may be doing. Maybe this may not be the right community for you to live. And I personally would check that first and then move. Dr. Simone said that Anella should not have brought her mother to the old party. That's when Jackie was giving these old shots that enhance a woman's orgasm. As you know, Anella brought her mom, and her mom did not want her to get a shot. And she co-signed this, even though she is over 43 years old, I believe. And the woman thought that bringing her mother to the event was bad form, a bad move. Her mother should not have been there, because the woman wanted to, of course, cut loose, talk about, whatever they want to talk about, and they really don't want an older woman to be hearing what they're saying. And it's just strange that her mother agreed to first come, and that Anella would invite her mother, knowing who she is, to the event. Maybe Anella brought her mom to block her getting that shot to begin with, because Anella has some problems with being truthful, and being truthful even to herself. They go back into the robbery and the text, or the text that Anella sent, saying that someone needs to be accountable. And Jackie pointed out, when you say that, that indicates that you know who you're talking to. But Anela didn't want to agree with that. It was implied that the burglar may have attended Toya's party and then go and burglarize her home. Dr. Contessa, who was at Toya's party, asked if she could be the one who broke into Anela's home. And Contessa said that she crushed all the stolen jewelry that Anela had in the piece that she had in her hair. And Heavenly said that that was insensitive and uncalled for. Heavenly, let me repeat that. Heavenly said something was insensitive and uncalled for. Wow, at least she knows the difference. Then Contessa said, well, that's not insensitive. That's not uncalled for. We're all sitting here hearing Quad accuse Toya and Eugene of a felony. And that ain't cool. Andy said that what Quad is doing, allegedly accusing Toya of knowing or having knowledge of who broke into Anela's house, is worse than the rumor that Quad is sleeping with her contractor. And Quad evidently doesn't get that. She doesn't want to get that. And Anela kept repeating that she did not accuse Toya of committing a burglary, but Anela certainly did allege that Toya may be responsible. When asked whether Toya thinks that Anela just staged the break-in, Toya said that, hey, I don't believe Anela to be a truthful person. That's when Anela pulls out the lie detector test. I guess she and Quad thought that would be a good thing to do. It made them look like Dumb and Dumber. Two silly women grasping. Dr. Simone said that the group is in a bad place and she doesn't know how they can get beyond what has happened so far in the season. Do whatever you can not to believe a lie or to spread one. In peace. Bye.